Namaste to all. Here, sorry. Here I am with a new video relating to income from house property, and in this video we are going to discuss quickly, fastly about the computation of income from house property. Okay, so that at the time of exams this may be useful for quick revision purpose. So that is why we are making discussion on computation of income from house property. Uh, Income from house property. House property can be self occupied or either let out. Okay, it may be in small units, or it may be a whole house property as self occupied or whole house property as let out. Okay, so combination can be anything, but house property nature can be of either self occupied or either it can be let out. So how income from house property is let out is calculated, how income from house property self occupied is computed, we are going to see in this. Okay, so let me zoom in. So here side by side I am taking, one is let out column, another one is self occupied column. One is let out column and another one is self occupied column. And I want to clear you all one thing beforehand itself. In case of self occupied house property, in case of self occupied house property, self occupied house property, only, please remember, only deduction under section 24B is allowed. Only 24B, deduction under section 24B is allowed. Okay, this amount can be either rupees 30,000 or rupees 2 lakhs, or rupees 2 lakhs for purchase or construction. If it is after, on or after 1/4/1999, if it is on or after 1/4/99, amount will be allowed 2 lakh. If it is for purchase or construction, and if it is before 1/4/1999, we will get rupees 30,000 as deduction. And for repairs, renovation, reconstruction, triple R, 3R, repairs, renovation, reconstruction, triple R, only 30,000 only allowed. Okay, please remember this one. And this 2 lakh rupees or 30,000 rupees includes 1/5 part of 1/5 of pre-construction period, if any. Agar pre-construction period interest if allowed, then that also will be included in this 30,000 and 2 lakh rupees. And not for house property, per house property it is allowed. For each individual assessee, per assessee it is allowed. In case of co-ownership it will be useful. Hope you have understood this point. Let us see the computation now. In case of self occupied, how it will be, in case of let out, how it will be. Okay, computation of income from house property, particulars, let out, and this is self occupied. See, for self occupied, GAV, municipal taxes, NAV will be nil. There is no standard deduction, only 24B interest on loan taken for purchase of house property or construction of house property will be allowed. Okay, so let us see computation. Gross annual value, GAV, first we will take. For the let out house, some amount will be there, that will be worked out in working note. Okay, working note 1 we will do and we will get GAV. We will discuss that one also. And municipal taxes paid by owner. Okay, for self occupied it is nil, GAV. Municipal taxes paid by owner, paid, only paid will be allowed. If it is payable, if it is payable it is not allowed, whether directly or indirectly. Sometimes municipal taxes directly paid by owner, sometimes tenant will pay and later on owner will reimburse. in that case also municipal taxes will be allowed as deduction, and for self occupied municipal taxes are nil. From gross annual value, if you deduct less municipal taxes, that is a minus b, you will get net annual value. Net annual value will be nil for self occupied house. Okay, this is about computation format. Okay, we are discussing one by one. Next, from D point, D for deductions, you remember deductions under section 24. Under section 24A, standard deduction 30% of net annual value will be allowed as deduction. No other expenses will be allowed from income from house property except to standard deduction. Okay, if in the question they may say number of things, don't forget, take anything, forget all those things, and only 30% standard deduction will be allowed. And for self occupied, it is not allowed, not applicable, because your NAV is nil, there is no income at all, so expenses also not allowed. Next, interest on borrowed capital. Interest on borrowed capital or loan taken for house property will allowed. For current period interest and 1/5 of pre-construction period interest, if any, will be allowed. Please remember one thing, pre-construction period interest you will get only for 5 assessment years after completion of construction, immediately 5 assessment years. So I am giving a point to you all. Please remember, if construction of house property completed on or after, if date of completion of construction is on or after 1/4/2016, then only you will get 1/5 part of pre-construction period interest, otherwise it will not come, because 5 assessment years will end if it is before this date. If it is anything after 1/4/2016, then you will get. So please remember this point. For let out property, there is no limit for the 24B deductions interest. For self occupied house, there are limits for the same. So here in this case, for let out and self occupied, you will get the amount. If you deduct these things, you will get income from house property for current period of previous year. इस साल का previous year में ये आपका income from house property होगा. Sometimes, okay, sometimes as per section 25A, add arrears of rent received, if any. Okay, received arrears of rent received of previous years which is not taxed earlier, you will get that amount, but from this we need to deduct standard deduction 30%. This is not of current period interest, this is of previous year's arrears now you have got. In that case it will be allowed as income, but after deducting 30% of standard deduction. So after 30% standard deduction you will get income. This may be for here also. Previously house property may be let out, now it is self occupied. In that case here also there will be income, there is no nil, there may be income. Similarly, unrealized rent received of previous years. Previous year's unrealized rent you are receiving current year, then you will consider that as income, and 30% of standard deduction is allowed as deduction. After deducting that you will get income. Here also it is nil. Sometimes previous year there may be let out, now as tenant is not paying the rent, it is been टेनेंट को वेकेट करा दिए एंड इट इज बीन यूज फॉर सेल्फ ऑक्यूपाइड बाय द owner itself. Later on, if the tenant pays the unrealized rent, then that unrealized rent will be taxable in the year when it is realized, but after deducting 30% standard deduction. Hope you have understood all this kahani I have said in the class itself. This is quick revision, we can't tell more about this. Okay, so this is about total income from house property for the assessment year. After doing all this, you will get total income from house property. Okay, sometimes there will be, in case of self occupied house, in case of self occupied house there will be loss, and in case of let out, mostly there will be income. So from this income you can deduct the loss of self occupied and net income you can take. This is about computation of income from house property. Okay, this is about computation of income from house property, and that's it. Most of the things I have covered here itself, and in the next video we will discuss how GAV will be calculated. Till then, bye, take care, prepare well for your exams. Okay, income from house property, because most of the students are getting confused, I thought to prepare a quick revision video, that is why this video is made. If voice is little low, please adjust with the voice. Okay, use your earphones and share it with your friends, because sharing is caring. सीखना बंद तो जीतना बंद, सीखते रहो जीतने के लिए। जय हिंद।